Hello again. You ready to finish this up? Because I am. I'm ready to wrap this thing up. Here we go. Number 10. We just finished the state problem, didn't we? Hopefully you've watched all that information. We just listed those. Worked on our integers. Remember, those are numbers that don't have decimals, positive or negative. And we're going on to number 10 here. So here we got absolute value questions here. So remember this word, evaluate, from chapter 1? All right, that means we're going to work that all the way down to one number. One number, we're going to evaluate it. So this question right here, remember that symbol right there? That means absolute value. So do you remember that from your other notes? The notes on the other side of your paper, it should be at the bottom of your page. The absolute value is always a positive number because it means how far is this from 0? The absolute value of negative 12 is 12. Okay, so those are pretty easy, but it gets a little bit wacky as we get into the next few here. Take a look at this. Number 11 says the absolute value of negative 14 plus the absolute value of 3. Remember how I said the absolute value is like parentheses in the order of operations? You have to do that first. Okay, so since it's the absolute value, and I'll show you where it is. I think I left it up here. You turn your paper over, you go down to the bottom of your page, and mine got cut off right here. This is what we wrote down. That should be in your notes on the other side. The absolute value is like parentheses in the order. So we have to do that first. Okay, so in number 11, we have to take the absolute value of negative 14. All right, how far is negative 14 from 0? It's 14. How far is 3 from 0? It's 3. So this question is really just 14 plus 3. Please work down the page. Yes, I get picky about that. So we add those two numbers together. Get 17. There it is, right there. Okay, take a look at 12. If we do the same thing, the same idea, the absolute value of negative 18 is 18. I'm sorry, of 18 is 18. You have to bring down that subtraction sign. That doesn't change. It's still 18 minus, but this asks you for the absolute value of negative 5, which is positive 5. So this question is essentially 18 minus 5. 18 minus 5. 13, there you got it. We're happy. All right, 18 minus 5 is 5, but you have to do that absolute value first because it's just like a grouping symbol, just like parentheses in the order of operations. Well, let's wrap this assignment up here with this last group that says evaluate each expression. Okay, there it is again, evaluate. You know what that is? Work that thing down to one number. So here we go. This says 15 minus y. Notice what y is. Y is negative 6. Okay, so that means 15. Now watch what I do here. Minus the absolute value of negative 6 is what that says. That's what that question says there. So remember what we did up here a little bit ago? You got to do that absolute value before you do anything else. So that's the first thing you do. Down the page, just like me. Get it all on there. 15 minus 6, 9. There you go. Let's take a look at 14 then. Make sure you're hitting pause as you need to here because you need to understand that that's more important than just zipping through these notes. Number 14 says the absolute value of y plus 6. Okay, so you got the absolute value of negative 6 plus the absolute value of x, plus x, which is 7. I might have said this wrong, but it means the absolute value of y, which is negative 6, plus x, and x is 7. So that's your question there. Okay, so you do that first. Why do you do that first? Because the order of operations says you do the grouping symbol first. 6 plus 7, 13. And there you got it. The very last one, 3, up against the bar. Well, what do you think that means based on everything we've done? When you have a number touching a parentheses or a group symbol, it means multiply. It means multiply. So this means 3 times the absolute value of negative 6. That dot there, that's multiply. It's not a subtraction symbol. What do you do first? What's inside? Make that positive. 6 before you try to multiply. It's 3 times 6, 18. And there you have it. So there is your lesson on absolute value. Chapter 2, Section 1. Get her done. Bring her to class. We'll rock and roll tomorrow. See you soon.